Day 33, and it's already starting off psychotic. So I'm going to turn this around. I want you guys to see what I'm dealing with. This is insane. So I do deal with flies periodically. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's the food. You got your food out, you're cooking, you're attracting flies. No, man, it is nothing to do with it. I was out on the beach yesterday, flies everywhere. Just over here talking to my buddy while he's getting ready to launch the kayak, and nowhere near food. Nowhere. Flies everywhere. I don't understand it. And there are literally hundreds of them right now. Hundreds. I've never been swarmed like this before. I usually deal with, a handful of them that are just dive bombing me. There are hundreds flying around here. They're literally everywhere. They're all over my tarp, all over the ground. Look at, they're all over me. I'm covered in flies. I'm covered in flies. Like I'm the Lord of the Flies or something. Like they're everywhere. I got bug spray sprayed on. I got permethrin sprayed. I got a citronella candle going. I've sprayed everything. They're everywhere. Alright, so look, I'm literally right here by the lake. I've walked completely away from my stuff, and I'm still getting swarmed with flies. Look at it. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, it's part of the annoying stuff that happens out here. An earwig in the hammock last night. I don't know how he got in. Bug net's closed. There's just little crevices that they still get in. And that's an irritation while you're sleeping, because he's just in there walking around doing his thing, and then you start moving and you bump him and he gets startled, then starts pinching you. That's the stuff I wake up to, is getting pinched by bugs, bitten by stuff. I got another bug bite on my chest. I don't know what that's from. It's annoying. It's super, super annoying. One of my coworkers drove me up to the gas station. I had to get something. I had a couple dollars. And so we got to talking, and we were talking about work and whatever, and then me getting out on time. And I had told her, like, I had just enough time to get my stuff set up before that crazy rain came. And she kind of stopped and went, "Oh my God, Kevin, I didn't even think about you being out in that weather." And I just kind of smiled. It was like she looked at me with like the saddest face. And I just looked at her and smiled, and I said, "Most people don't. You don't think about that. You don't think about the stuff that I have to go through, the weather I have to deal with, whether it's too hot, whether it's too cold, raining, soon snow and negative temperatures. You know, yesterday I was in this weird funk. I didn't really feel like filming anything. I just didn't. You know, I just woke up kind of like what the F, man? You know? Just kind of in this crappy mood. Don't want to do anything. You know, and I'm out here and I'm filming like these fun moments and trying to make light of the situation I'm in, trying to stay positive and, you know, and it's not like that. You know, I get off work, I don't get to come home. I don't get to sit on my couch or take a nap in my bed. I have to come and set up a hammock and a tarp and all this stuff. And I set the tarp up to stay out of the sun, so I'm not getting scorched. By the sun and seriously dehydrating myself. You know, and there's nothing to do. You know, yesterday I went for a walk just to do something, and you know, there's a million things I'm thinking about my son. You know, I'm walking by the water and the rocks over there, and there's crayfish. And in the summertime, we come out and we catch little crayfish together. He loves catching them. He thinks they're little baby lobsters. So, you know, that makes me sad. You know, passing by a park that I've never taken him to. Stuff like that makes me sad. You know? There's just stuff that we don't think about. You know, and especially work. Like, and again, I understand it's not their problem, it's mine. But it's like trying to work me because they're so used to me being a workhorse and putting in 60, 70, 80, 90 hours. And I can't do that anymore. And, you know, they're talking about, oh, you've changed and, you know, you're slacking, you're getting lazy, you're getting too comfortable. No. I'm goddamn tired. I'm exhausted. I'm irritated. I keep trying to tell them, like, I don't think you understand what I'm dealing with out here. I really don't. And, like, a lot of my bosses want to see my YouTube channel. I haven't shared it with them because I do talk about the job. And I don't need that affecting me at work. You know, going to the bathroom this morning. I woke up, I had to pee really, really bad. There's people. More than just people, there's women around. So, you know, I gotta be cautious. Seeing my buddy, I went over and said hi to him before he launched. And I had to pee in the bushes. The bathrooms aren't open yet. It was weird, they were open super early yesterday. They were open at 7 a.m. yesterday. I've never seen that. In the over 30 days I've been out here, I've never seen them open before 9. So it was like a super amazing blessing that it was. But then, you know, now I need to use the bathroom and I can't. So I gotta go off in the bushes and risk getting caught. Because I'm in a goddamn park. Here's the other thing too. So walking last night in the dark, I did notice that there were a lot of homeless people that were camped up. not in this particular area that I'm at, but further down. There's tons of them. They're all just camped up. Sleeping bags, garbage bags full of stuff, on park benches. There's a bunch of them. They're everywhere. So, I don't know. I would have to imagine that the police know that they're here. They know that I'm here. So I'm wondering if, with everything going on, the corona, the whole deal, that this is where people are going. And that's maybe why nobody's saying anything. But, you know, somebody made a good point the other day. Like, everything will be fine until one person complains. That's all it's going to take is one person. And then this is done. Then I got to find a completely different spot. And that spot may not be the safest spot. It could be worse than Hooker Lane. I don't know. You know, I'm trying to make this coffee and I'm grabbing my cream and sugar, and I got 6 flies literally landed in my coffee. Now I got to scoop flies out of my coffee before I drink it, and I'm still drinking it. Most people would probably have dumped it. I didn't. I want my coffee. I'm not remaking it. I'm limited on resources. Limited on money. There's so many things I need to get right now. Thinking about all of my customers, you know. There's times before that I've been behind in orders, and that's just because we have so many orders coming in. But having orders that are over 40 days old, people getting pissed off, like, that's bad. That's bad for business. That's bad for my name, my company name. It's bad for all that. And I gotta sit here and I gotta contemplate shutting the company down until I figure out where I'm gonna make this product. You know? Then I literally have, what do I do all day? Today, what do I do? You know? What is there to do? You know, I gotta ride to storage. It's a 20-25 minute bike ride just to get to storage, to grab a couple things that I want to grab, more luxury stuff. I also want to get this burn cream. A buddy of mine at work went out and got 2nd degree sunburn. It was just horrible. So I got this amazing burn cream in my storage unit that I kind of kept off to the front. You know, and I get burned constantly at work. And because I already have existing burns from old injuries, and then now I got that 2nd degree sunburn, so any hot oil that splashes on me, I'm immediately getting 2nd degree burns. I just got another one on my thumb, you know. I'm dealing with injuries. It's a lot. Showering. You know, I'm in this location, so it's more heavily populated, and I got to deal with, where am I showering? And now I'm going a day, 2 days without showering. My hygiene in the beginning was amazing. Now it's not. You know, brushing my teeth, like, just all this stuff, man. It's like I can sit here and film all the good stuff all day long, all the fun things that I'm doing, and I could be as positive as I want. But there's still this negative element that is still out here that I deal with on a daily basis. I am at my storage unit, so I do have stuff. You see that? You guys have seen that in other episodes, and I could fill up an entire apartment. So I came to get some of this burn cream. I'm going to use some, but also want to give some of this to my buddy at work. And grab some gear. I'm going to grab my fishing stuff and some other stuff. So, welcome back to, I don't even know where we're at, day 33. Kind of a blasé morning to start. Attacked by a bajillion flies, making me nuts. Uploaded the storage unit video. The other news, what else do we got? So my food from Backpacker's Pantry is coming today via UPS, so it should arrive. So my boss is gonna send me a text once that gets here. So stay tuned for a review video on that. And then I'm definitely eating one of those. And it's perfect timing because I ordered a bunch of stuff, so that'll definitely help with some food elements where I won't have to spend as much money now, today, replenishing food. So I still will have to spend money, but just not as much because I'll have some meals. So, super excited, got a package today, and that's why I'm here talking to you guys. So, as you guys know, I do order some gear, have it shipped to a friend's house so that I can get it while being out here. So, Backpacker's Pantry, got that today, just went and picked it up, opened up the box, and I am going to eat like a king while I'm out here. So the first thing I ended up getting was this Summit Breakfast Scramble. Kind of make sure that that's a good view for you guys. Something else for a little bit of breakfast is a mango sticky rice. Pretty stoked about this. So those will be two little breakfast things that I have, and then I grabbed two dinners. This one is the Jamaican style jerk, rice and beans with chicken. And then the next one I got was a Kathmandu curry. And then I did want to try some dessert, and I got a dark chocolate cheesecake mix. Good evening. So pulling up on Walmart, just rode my bike. I don't know, I think it's a few miles. So I'm gonna go in here and grab some supplies that I need, and we'll do a little Walmart video, and then I'm probably gonna upload a really angry video. I think I just quit my job.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. You lies, I'll do what I want.
So we are on day 35. It is 9:42 in the morning. I'm supposed to be at work at 11, but I think I quit my job. So let's get into that, because I've been wanting to do this video, but I've been wanting to calm down a bit before I did. So here's the thing. So I've already talked about the job, and I've talked about how I don't get paid the right way. So let's get into a little bit more detail, and then kind of talk about Tuesday, payday. So basically, I went in just for a part-time gig to try to get a little bit extra money, to be able to dump into the company, because I really wanted this company to take off, and I knew I needed some money to kind of take care of the bills and put money into the company and all of that. So I walk in, get hired over by the pizza area to make pizzas. I suck at making pizzas. I can't do it. The other manager, who's in charge of all the cooks, wants to sit down with me because of what my background is with restaurants. So we start talking, and I'm kind of telling her everything, and basically explaining, look, I own this company. I'm trying to just pick up some extra work to have a little bit extra cash. I am planning on doing this through hike in the spring of 2021, and it'd be nice to, be able to have a job that I can work and then take off when I want to do these through hikes, and then still have a job to come back to. And also with my, sorry, my hair is crazy. Also with my visitation schedule with my son, it's been a little challenging just trying to find a little job to pick up. So, very long story short, all of that's fine, and kind of because of my restaurant background, and I used to do loss prevention for different retail stores, and I worked for a private investigations company many years ago. So she starts telling me about the amount of theft that's going on, and that there's drug dealing in the building. They have an idea who's doing all these things, but they're not sure, and they're not really sure how it's all being done. So very arrogantly, with my investigations background and my management background, I say I can fix that. So I end up getting hired on the cook line, and pretty much started kind of cleaning up that cook line, trying to implement some systems and some order back there so that things would work and be a lot smoother. So very, very long story short, I'm finding out everyone that's stealing and reporting all of that. These people aren't getting fired. They're just getting whatever they took deducted out of their paychecks. The dealing of the drugs is happening all out the back door, so I figure out who's all doing that. So basically running an investigation for months. I end up setting up my little GoPro style cameras in various locations, and basically taking stuff, I used one of those automatic timers, when you go on vacation, and you plug your light in so that it goes on and off at certain times so people think you're home. So I basically modded one of those out to hide a camera in, set that up, and I end up catching everyone that's dealing the drugs, end up catching everybody that's stealing. One of the guys is literally grocery shopping in the restaurant. And I mean grocery shopping. Not just making a burger and taking it home, but taking food out of the cooler, out of the freezer, filling up garbage bags worth of stuff. So I end up finding him out. And then we had another employee that was committing thousands of dollars worth of time theft. So, and this is all centered around drugs. So basically, I'll give you drugs if you clock me in and clock me out, and I never show up to work. So for months, I've been dealing with all of that and reporting all of it. So because of all of that stuff, I really earned the trust of the owner, as well as my managers and stuff. So I've literally saved this company and the owner thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars with the drug dealing. This is a scenario you hear on the news where local Burger King raided by DEA for drug dealing out of the pickup window. So things like that. This was the hot spot for drugs. So I stopped all of that. And I got a lot more kind of policies implemented, all of that stuff. So then you got to think too, with the hours that I was working, so people are not showing up to work, and I'm constantly staying. I'm volunteering to stay late. I'm volunteering to come in on my days off because employees are not showing up. So I'm putting in all this overtime. So that's in that 3-month period where I talked about before, where my checks should have been $700 more. So with all those checks, you're talking $4,200. I've been there for a year, and with the amount of overtime that I've put in, and my boss not paying my time and a half, that's money that I should be getting paid. That's money that could be helping me. So I'm not a shitty employee. I go in there and I bust my ass. I did say in the interview that I don't tolerate bullshit, and I won't. I've had my life threatened at work by employees. I've had employees and management try to fight me right in the middle of the restaurant. All this stuff's been reported, and these employees are still there. So we finally get to a point where everybody, like, they've had enough. Everybody starts getting fired, okay? So I end up having to pick up way more hours, working so many hours because all these people are getting fired and now they're short-staffed. I'm working by myself in the middle of, lunch and dinner rushes, which is a nightmare. I mean, you're talking about I'm feeding an entire city. This is a very popular restaurant, and I'm by myself with just a board full of tickets and then stacks of tickets coming out. So, we've had to the point where there's so many tickets where the line has had to get shut down because I can't keep up. It's just me back there. It's insane. But I continue to put in this time. Now, because I work with a bunch of lazy people come in, they still do it to this day now. Come in, clock in, and then just wander around, never doing anything. So again, I'm back there by myself, or if there's, a couple of other cooks, 2 of us or 3 of us are back there busting our butts, working so hard, and then also working harder because I have employees that are just walking around. And that's okay. Nobody does anything about it. I've bitched, I've complained, I've walked out. I'm not tolerating it. I'm not dealing with it. I get so stressed out at work on a daily basis. Just now, the fact that I'm supposed to be at work in an hour, like, I have massive anxiety just knowing that I'm supposed to be at work. And it's like, okay, what level of bullshit am I going to encounter today? Now, we all know every single job, there's a level of shit that we have to eat. And I get that, and I'm okay with that. I'm fine with eating a level of shit. But, at the same time, there's the level of shit that I'm not going to tolerate. I'm just not. It's because it's unnecessary. And management doesn't do anything to stop this stuff. And, like, God forbid you're friends with management, or you have this closeness to them, you get away with murder. So, because I was so close with management at the time, I could potentially be one of those people. I've had days where I just had such an awful day. Maybe my PTSD was like super triggered. I couldn't focus, and like I got to sit down and like do nothing. And it's just like I got one manager that's smoking weed with the staff, so everyone's high as shit, and they're gone because they're out smoking weed. I got another employee that not entirely sure what the relationship is with management, but they literally clock in and then walk around for the entire shift, do nothing, and it's like, what the fuck, man? So, and then I'm cleaning fryers, I'm cleaning the entire area, I'm stocking everything. I come in on, Sunday, Monday mornings to open, and nothing's stocked. Like, everything, it's empty. So, it takes me an hour and a half to get everything set up. Cook the sauces, do all that stuff, get everything set up for that line so it's functional for business. But then I also have to stock. So throughout the shift, I'm constantly running and stocking stuff while trying to prepare tickets. And it's a nightmare. I'm working 2 to 3 times harder every single day because I work with lazy fucking people. So, I put in all these hours. You guys know I'm not getting out of work on time. So I'm scheduled for 40 hours, but I never get out of work on time. So I'm staying later. So that's overtime, right? Now, if I order food, I can have food taken out of my check. So, but that's based on hours. So let's say that I order some food that costs $8. I get an entire hour taken out of my check, which is $10, right? So basically all of my food is added up, and if I have $76 worth of food, $76 should be taken out of my check, not fucking $80. So that's $4 that should have been on my check. So this is stuff that's been happening for a year. So just in food stuff, how many dollars have been taken out of my check that shouldn't have been taken out of my check? And again, not to mention the fact, so I get paid $10 an hour. Overtime, time and a half, would be $15. So that extra $5 that I'm not getting paid, and we've already seen $4,200, we're nearing $10,000 worth of money that I've not been paid. So I go in on a daily basis and bust my ass and work twice as hard, and I get paid shit. So last week, we talked about my check was all fucked up. Now, that part was part of my problem. I screwed up and forgot to punch in because I'm in a rush trying to get this stuff torn down. I get in, I have to change out of these clothes into my work clothes because I don't bring my work clothes with because it smells like food. And the line must have been busy, and I just jumped back there and started working. So I forget to punch in, so I'm shorted $120, right? Well, 12 hours worth of time. But here's the thing, and I think I talked about this in that video, is that 12 hours should have been part of that check, and some of those hours were overtime. So it was like $45 worth of overtime money that I didn't get. And they just cut me a check for like $110 and some change. So I should have had an additional $45. I ran out of money days before I got paid. That $45 would have stretched me, and I'd have been all right. I have to have money to buy gear that I need. Every single paycheck, I have to buy gear in order to fucking survive out here. I'm going to die out here in the wintertime. That's how cold it gets. I will fucking die with the current setup that I have. I've told these people that. I've bitched. I think 5 times now I've asked for a raise because I'm worth it. Not just I'm ignorant and arrogant and think like, oh, I'm top shit. What I'm worth it, right? I know how much money I'm worth. So every paycheck I have to resupply on food. Every paycheck, I need to be able to buy a couple of items of gear, and I need to be able to pay my bills. And I can't, I don't get paid the right way. So I go in Tuesday, it's payday. I already have planned what I'm going to do. I need to order the couple of items from Outdoor Vitals. I need the hammock and the bug net. The pillow was something I really wanted to get. It happened to luck out because I saw a deal on it. So I ended up getting that. And then from Sea to Summit, I needed to get the pocket shower, and I needed to get that fleece liner so I could get rid of this liner, this sleeping bag that I have. And I wanted to be able to buy a little bit of hardware. The storage unit needed to get paid. The phone bill needed to get paid, and the office needed to get paid. and be able to order a little bit of material. And then I still should have had some money left over. So everything's planned, exactly what I'm going to do, right? Now I'm expecting about a $540 check, because that's what I've been getting. So I make $1,080 a month. For the amount of fucking work that I do in there, and the amount of bullshit that I'm dealing with on a daily basis, daily, above and beyond the amount of shit I should be eating. So I go in Tuesday to pick up my check, and I'm in a hurry. I open the check, $311. $311. I'm making $150 a week. How the fuck do I survive on that? I'm 41 years old, making $150 fucking dollars a week. I'm not some 16-year-old kid with a first-time job. I'm fucking homeless, living in a goddamn hammock. Like, what the fuck, man? They know that. They know I'm living in a hammock. They know it. They know I'm out here struggling. Here's the thing, too. So when I injured my hand back in December, okay, I was gone for a month. And I got denied workman's comp based off a fucking technicality. Now you would think I'm off for a fucking month. I'm one of the trusted employees there. You think the boss would have, kind of taken care of me, thrown me a bone. No. Oh well, not my fucking problem. Well, that's great. That's a month's worth of pay, 2/3 of my pay, because it's workman's comp, that I never fucking got. So that's hundreds and hundreds of dollars too that I'm fucking out. But when they fired all of those employees, okay, so there was probably 6 employees that they fired because of all the drugs and the theft and all the shit. So when I hurt my hand, I'm gone for a month. I come back, they rehired all 6 of those fucking employees. So it took hiring 6 pieces of shit to make up for what I do. One person takes 6 people to fucking do my job. My cell phone bill is not paid. Okay? I need to go on the site and see exactly when the due date is. I'm praying to God that my due date is not until my next paycheck. But there's not even a fucking guarantee. So that's another $67 or $68 that I need, not fucking paid. So I could have my cell phone shut off and not be able to have contact with anything, not be able to do these videos. Like, I'm fucked. I'm fucked without this phone. And as much as I hate the phone and I'd love to get rid of it, I'm fucked without the phone. I needed to get food. So Walmart cost me $99, right? Did spend a little bit more at Walmart because there was a little bit additional food I wanted to be able to get. Now, here's an update. The other daytime cook that I work with also quit yesterday over a bunch of nonsense and the lack of getting money. So he was promised a $2 raise starting tomorrow, and now they're not giving it to him. I'm also trying to get that $2 raise. I've been there way longer. I've done way more. And I've been fighting for that $2 raise for a year. So he was promised it. He's probably not going to get it, which means I'm probably not going to get it either. But now they have no daytime cooks at all. The employee that was scheduled daytime to run the pizza area also quit a couple weeks ago and got a better job. So there's no people now to cook. So yeah, it's a bit of an issue. Both of my managers showed up here last night to check up on me. The one came to drop off my sock, didn't mention anything about work. and the other one at like 3:45 in the morning. Apparently drove through here. Somehow, I don't know, didn't see me, but had messaged to see if I was alright. Scheduled today from 4 to close. I'm not going in. So we're gonna see what happens. So the plan is I'm gonna try to find another job, and hopefully try to find one pretty darn quick, because I need money. I need money bad. I need something that's gonna pay me a little bit more. So I don't know. So today I'm gonna just kind of reorganize all of my stuff, and now that I have this child carrier cart, I can stick a bunch of things inside of here. Some really cool things that I knew were on here and I just couldn't get to it because it was so buried. But I've got these massive carabiners. I got 2 of those, and then I got this cable clamp thing, and then this little strap. So what's nice, I got a netting that's on here, as well as this little shield to block out all the rain. I do have a pocket here in the back that I can stuff some stuff in. Pretty big pocket. So I'm figuring all of the hammock stuff, things like that, I can stick in that back pocket. So it's easily accessible. I don't have to put it on the backpack anymore. So about 7 o'clock p.m. I have not gone to work, and they have not messaged me. So I don't know. Reality setting in though, and definitely gonna need money. So this is gonna be an issue. I did find a place that I can charge my stuff. So got my battery packs charging, charged my phone up a little bit, and yeah. Then, I don't know if you can tell, but I did shave. So I do have my electric beard trimmer, and typically I would charge that up at work, so it still had some charge in there. I was getting a little scruffy, a little Grizzly Adams like. So I just got done shaving. I don't know, how'd I do? I think I did alright. Trimmed it up a bit so it wasn't so full and poofy, trying to look presentable. I'm making my Backpacker's Pantry dark chocolate cheesecake right now, so I'm going to let you guys know how that was. Probably tomorrow I'll let you know that. So I just added water to it, mixed it all up, and letting that set. I did want to run through, so I moved back a few trees, and kind of like a little bit more in the center of these trees now. Kind of hidden, sort of, as hidden as I can be in between trees. But the one reason that I did move back is to be able to allow to do the canopy style that I do. So like typically I'll have one side almost in that A-frame, and then I like to have a side that is canopied out. The problem with the spot that I was at is that I can only canopy the back side. So I don't like doing that. I like being able to canopy the front. It looks a little bit more normal. So I did move back a bit on the trees, where I have the back side A-framed out and then the front side canopied. And the way I've done it today, part of it is how I hung the ridgeline. I raised it a little bit and canopied the front where I can tie off to the trees that are in front of me. So I'm going to kind of show you that, and I like it. It's a pretty wicked little setup. It really looks like I'm chilling. The other thing I did is I took the bug net. The bug net's attached to the ridgeline, but I detached everything from the hammock itself. So it looks a bit more like I'm just chilling at the beach. Kind of walk you around here, give you a little side view. So this is what it looks like from the side. So basically what I've done is I've tied off these 2 grommets here to this one tree, and then this third grommet I've actually ran all the way you can see all the way across to this further tree. So not ideal, but it's what it ended up doing. And then kind of angled off the sides a little bit, so it gives it way more of an elevated position. So when I'm sitting in here, you know, I can either chill in the hammock or chill in my little camp chair. But if I'm just kind of sitting in the hammock or laid down in the hammock, this becomes my view. This is what I have going on from inside the hammock. So a lot wider of a space out in front of me, as you guys can see. So this is all wide open now, completely. It's not so close to the hammock, so I've got a lot more room to kind of work and just kind of spread out a little bit and just be way more comfortable. So I'm really digging this setup. But this is why I am looking at trekking poles from Black Diamond. So I did email them today. So I am on their pro staff there. So I did email them today, kind of letting them know that I'm looking to purchase some trekking poles and not only be able to use them for the Triple Crown through hikes that I'd one day love to go on, but also to be able to canopy up a tarp. I don't know much about trekking poles other than I want something lightweight and durable, but something that's going to be kind of multi-use as well. So I don't know. We'll see what they have to say, and then we'll look at some options. I was hoping that there would be a phone call from work asking me to come back, especially with the other daytime cook quitting, and really get those 9 to 4 shifts. So, you know, I want the 9 to 4 shifts, and I want $12 an hour. But yeah, it's not really going to happen unless, you know, they call me, and I need them to call first. So, I don't know. See what happens, though. But yeah, so I'm going to eat my little dessert. I do have to cook up some dinner still, too. Trying to decide what I want to eat. I don't know if I want to do the Kathmandu curry or if I want to do another ramen style dish. I've been just kind of waiting for the wind to die down. It's just been so damn windy. I really haven't left camp at all today, other than to do my little errands early this morning that I did, run into storage and all that. With having to get the cart out, I had to move a bunch of stuff in the front out of the storage, so I was able to organize part of that front way better. Eventually I'd love to get in there, but it's probably going to be another couple of days before I get locked out, so you know, I'll end up having to pay that soon, otherwise that's going to become an issue. You know, taking these couple of days to just be away from there and, you know, not have that thought of, oh, I have to go back in 2 days and be completely stressed out again. So just taking a few more days to just relax and just really focus on me and focus on my mental health. Not that I'm crazy, I just, you know, I have PTSD, and there's certain things that trigger me, and it just makes me a little, you know, I get a little out of whack. So I don't think clear, and you know, whatever. So yeah, just really need some me time. And focusing on this and having a nicer shelter, things way more organized, a little bit more open, not so damn claustrophobic on top of me. You know, that's gonna be great. I did have somebody help out where I'm able to get that Sea to Summit fleece liner that I've been wanting to get. So that was super gracious of them to help out with that. That is such a vital item that I am going to need here. And that'll allow me to get rid of this other sleeping bag and be able to compress this backpack a lot more. So thank you to that person. You have no idea how much that means to me. So yeah, so that'll be good. Yeah, otherwise, you know, that's what I'm looking at. Tomorrow's going to be Saturday, and then you got Sunday right after that. So this area is going to be packed with people coming out and barbecuing and hanging out. Hopefully those really kind people that I met last week, they said they were coming back tomorrow, and they wanted me to join them for dinner. So hopefully they come back, because I'd love to have some great Mexican food. And yeah, it's going to be a weekend full of butt cheeks. That's all it is down here. So one of the beauties about being down at the beach is it's just butt cheeks all over the place. There is a really, really hot chick to my right. They're down here all the time. And she's got butt cheeks hanging out. That's just all butt cheeks. Butt cheeks galore. So, yeah, beautiful lake. And then beautiful butt cheeks all day long. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, not going to work. They've completely just irritated me. I am actually across the street from where I'm set up at a local restaurant, Mexican restaurant, eating chips and salsa, and I'm ordering a burrito. So I need to charge my phone and charge my portable battery chargers, because I'm out of power and my phone is going to die. So that is the real reason I'm here, spending money just to charge my phone, because I'm not going to work. So, chips and salsa, soda, ice cold, and across from where I live. So this would be a good meal and beneficial to be able to charge stuff. So yeah, so I'm gonna get everything charged, eat my meal, and then I don't know. I'm not sure what else the day has in store for me. We'll see, but I'll keep you guys updated as always. All right, as soon as my food comes, I'm gonna show you what that looks like. Alright, food is here, so I'm going to eat, charge up all my stuff, and do some work on the YouTube channel. But that is going to be my lunch for the day. So, I'm excited, real food. Wasn't counting on spending money to be able to charge my phones, but I got to do what I got to do. I'm playing a bluff right now. Hopefully it pays off. We'll see. So I'm going to eat, charge my stuff, do some work on the YouTube channel, and I will catch you guys later on.